Hi everyone, welcome to the 5th episode of Cooking with NMC. I'm Cherol Dean, also known as Cherol K, and today we're going to be joined by Samantha.
Yes, thanks for having me. I'm Samantha and I'm a registered dietitian.
Today we're going to be making a healthy brownie recipe. It's very easy, and Samantha is going to be telling us all about the ingredients.
So let's talk about what a brownie usually has. It has a lot of flour, a lot of butter,
a lot of sugar,
and that's what gives it that gooiness. So what we're trying today is to reinvent the brownie, just making a healthier version for anyone trying to live healthier, but especially focused on people that have diabetes. So what we've done is we've omitted the flour, and in the place of the white flour, which is high in energy but stripped of all its nutrients, we've got all bran flakes, which is high in fiber and also in a lot of different vitamins and minerals. We've got the butter beans, which we're going to be blending and adding to the other ingredients for that moist texture that we're looking for. Dates also gives a bit of the chewiness and the moisture and obviously a lot of sweetness, but dates are because they are fruit, they are also once again packed with fiber, a lot of different vitamins and minerals. We've got some nuts. Cherol has roasted some peanuts, which are very high in monounsaturated fats for heart health as well. And then we've got the regular margarine and sugar, just to kind of bind it all together. And because it's a high fiber recipe, it's okay to use a little bit of regular sugar and regular margarine, or you could use some light margarine.
Okay, this is actually some soft brown sugar.
That's right. So there is a bit of a myth when it comes to brown and white sugar. Brown sugar is digested a bit slower, but it's not a significant effect. So you could also use white sugar, but brown sugar does give a bit of extra flavor. And then we've got obviously the cocoa, which is giving that chocolatey goodness, and we don't need to be careful with cocoa. You can actually even double or triple the portion if you want. Cocoa doesn't have any sugar. Pure cocoa doesn't actually have any sugar or fat. And then we've got vanilla essence and also almond essence.
So just to recap the ingredients, here we've got some all bran flakes. These are 2 cups. And then here we have 1 can of butter beans with the liquid. We didn't drain the liquid. And then here we have some dairy chocolate. This is just regular chocolate, about 100 grams. Samantha approved that we can actually use the normal kind of chocolate. And then here we have 250 grams of medjool dates. These are fresh. I've just chopped them up very roughly. Here we have some peanuts. This is about 120 grams of peanuts, which I've just lightly toasted. Here's some margarine. This is about half a cup of regular margarine that I have in here. This is some soft brown sugar, half a cup as well. And then here we have some cocoa powder. This is 20 grams of vanilla essence. And then this is about a teaspoon of almond essence. Samantha actually said that one can replace the almond essence and add a bit of rum, because the recipe also calls for about a teaspoon of rum essence. First thing we're gonna do is melt some chocolate. It's actually the last step in the recipe. It's gonna go on top of the brownies when they are done. But then we are doing this right now because it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to melt the chocolate. So Samantha is gonna do that for us. While Samantha is doing that, I'm gonna melt some margarine as well as the dates in another pot. So while this is done, then we're gonna come back here and continue. So Sam is busy melting some chocolate in a double boiler. You can do it in the microwave as well. Just make sure to keep an eye on it because it burns quite easily. While she's doing that, I'm gonna melt some margarine in the pot. In a separate pot, I have it on medium heat along with the dates. What's gonna happen is that the dates are gonna melt a little bit as well. It's gonna add to that gooiness that a regular brownie has. So then we're gonna melt that all the way until the margarine is completely melted. Margarine is quite soft as well, so just make sure that your stove is not on very high. And then we melt that completely. This is gonna add to that to the texture of the brownies as well, because when you bite into it, it's like you are biting into a caramel or something. Okay, so we're gonna melt this completely. And then I'm gonna take it over to the other side, pour it into a mixing bowl, and then do the rest of the, add the rest of the ingredients. So
yeah,
this
you can see it's starting to kind of caramelize and blend in with the margarine
and soften.
Kind of, that's right, and
yeah,
kind of turn it into a sauce.
Yeah. So we're gonna give this a couple more minutes, say 2 to 3 more minutes, and then we can add the rest of the ingredients. So dates have a lot of sugar in them, so make sure that they don't burn, because sugar normally burns quite easily.
That's right.
When you cook with it. Yeah, so keep your heat on medium, I would say medium to medium low, and then to ensure that it doesn't burn. So this is actually becoming quite soft.
You can see it changing texture.
Yeah. Looks really good.
Almost like a gel.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Almost there.
Yes, so fortunately our chocolate has melted really quickly and it's ready to be put on top. And once we've pressed in the brownie mixture, we can spread it on top. So you can just leave it there to rest.
I think this is done as well,
Yes,
Samantha,
that looks
so I'm
good.
gonna take it over to the counter.
Great.
And then we continue from there. Okay, so I'm gonna just put it in a separate bowl. You can actually do everything all in this, in the pot. It's gonna make it a lot easier and you don't have to wash up a lot of dishes.
Should I blend these beans for you?
Yes, please, Samantha, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Okay.
So then we have the margarine and the dates melted. It has turned into like a paste. So then we're gonna add the vanilla essence as well as the almond essence, and then we're gonna add the butter beans as well. We're just gonna quickly give Samantha time to blend it up for us, and then we're gonna add it all in here, and then we're gonna continue. So while that's blending, I'm gonna add my vanilla essence. This is about 20 grams, like I said earlier. Can I
It's gonna
put
be
that
very
away?
loud. Can I start? Is it fine?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
There we go. It's blended nicely. The skins are nice and soft. It's all blended together. It's a liquid, so we can add it to
Okay.
the rest of the mixture.
Thank you, Samantha. But before I add that, I think I'm gonna go in with the almond essence. 5 ml or a teaspoon. Gonna mix that in well. And then I'm gonna go in with the beans. Butter beans are actually my favorite kind of beans. I love to cook with them.
And what's nice about the beans for this recipe is that it doesn't have a very beany flavor. It's actually got a very neutral flavor, and it's just adding extra moisture to the brownie in order to get that soft
Gooey
taste,
brownie taste.
but also with the goodness, the plant protein goodness, lots of fiber as well.
Okay, so now I have added the butter beans. It's very liquidy. Actually, I thought it was gonna be a bit more stiff.
But this is gonna help to stiffen it.
Okay.
And
So then I'm just mixing this thoroughly. I'm gonna incorporate the dates well into the beans. Nice.
smells really good. You can smell the almond essence.
Yeah. Almond essence is actually quite strong. That's why I think it's only about 5 ml.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right. That's enough.
So this actually looks more like a brownie batter. So I'm gonna go in with the 2 cups of all bran flakes. Gonna just add everything in there. as well as the sugar, and then the nuts. And then I'm gonna add the cocoa powder. Like Samantha said in the beginning, if it's not too chocolatey for you, you can add a bit more because it's healthy, you said?
That's right, it's actually very healthy. Cocoa is a lot of magnesium, which is a mineral we need for a lot of different reasons.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, it smells so chocolatey in here, very delicious. I can't wait to have a bite or two or three or the whole pan.
Definitely.
Okay.
So the benefit of this recipe is that it's meant to be a chocolate substitute. Chocolate is good in small amounts. It's healthy for everyone to enjoy in small portions, but chocolate is very high in fat. So this recipe has got, or per brownie has got half the amount of fat than a regular portion of chocolate would have, but yet that satisfying sweetness and the cocoa, the chocolatey goodness.
Nice. So this is mixed in really, really nicely. It smells so good. It smells really, really nice. I think, let me take half and then you and the crew can share the...
Yes, that sounds
share
great.
the other
that
half.
sounds like a good plan.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna put it into a pan. I think we've greased the pan already. And then we're gonna let it set in the fridge for about 15 to 30 minutes overnight if you have the time. But before it sets, actually, we need to top it with the chocolate to give it that nice chocolatey, extra chocolatey taste. So I'm gonna just topple it over into this pan that I've greased. Oh, that Samantha has greased. I didn't grease it.
Oh, wow.
Looks really lovely. Looks delicious. Looks naughty.
Exactly. That shininess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, put this over here. And then we're gonna just press it into the pan. Nice and evenly, because when you spread the chocolate, you want the chocolate to be an even layer on the top. If you make a lot of dents, it's gonna be some parts are gonna have a lot more chocolate than the others. We're just gonna press it down into the pan. Samantha, can we have that chocolate? Is it ready?
Yes.
Okay. This is now nice and even. Are you happy with the way I've leveled
Yes,
the
that looks great.
brownies? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think you can.
You want to go for that?
Yeah.
You can
do that. I could just sit with this bowl and eat it, but that's not healthy, right?
No, you've got to share. Share as much as possible.
Okay, good. So then I'm gonna just spread this over the top. All the mixtures are quite hot, so the chocolate is melting really nicely on top of it. I think I'm gonna grab some more. Samantha, do you think one can replace the chocolate with some dark chocolate here?
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
I've tried that before in the past, and it's even more delicious if you a dark chocolate lover.
Yeah.
And the benefit of dark chocolate is you're just getting more cocoa, so you're getting more of the minerals that you need for health, and just more satisfaction as well. More of that flavor.
Yeah. Okay, so this is done. I'm gonna pop this into the fridge for about 15 to 30 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and cut it and hopefully have a taste. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna let that set for 15 to 30 minutes, or you can do it overnight if you would like. And then once that's set, we're gonna come back and cut it and hopefully have a taste. So this is set properly. If you want it to set a little bit longer, you can leave it overnight, and then it will obviously be a little bit more firmer. And then Samantha, can we have that so that we just cut and eat?
There you go.
So I'm gonna cut this into, I'm estimating about 9 to 12 squares. If they're a little bit bigger, just eat a little bit less. So then, yeah, let's cut. It's going in quite smoothly, but I can get the texture of the nuts and probably the cereal in here. I'm so excited, I can't wait to eat. Okay.
Do you want a sharper knife or are you good then?
I think this is good. It's going in really nicely. 12 squares.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna try to get it out as perfectly as possible. Brownies are normally very gooey, so let's see if we get the same texture. Also, the first one is normally the hardest to take out because you need to squeeze the rest. But let's see. I think it will be fine. Samantha, what do you think? You think I'm gonna get a perfect square?
I think so. Looks good.
Okay.
Should I get some spoons?
Ooh, here we go. I think let me have this to just place it on here. And if they are not set, just press the sides in nicely and then you can still get a perfect square. And then the next one. There we go. Perfect. This one was more perfect. The first one is normally the hardest one to get out. And then the middle part is not really set that nicely.
Still a bit warm.
Still a bit warm, yeah. But then, like I said, you can leave it in the fridge for a bit longer. There we go. Can't wait to eat that. Okay. I think I'm gonna take out 2 more.
Yes.
And then we can eat. They are actually coming out quite easily. And then the last one. Samantha, do you think one can freeze this and then store
Yes,
them in the
definitely.
fridge?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a great idea.
Okay. So you can use it as a meal plan, like planning your meals as well. Take it to work.
That's
Take it
right.
out from the fridge
For a
and so
treat
on.
every now and then, it stays a treat. So you need to save it for a special occasion, not have it daily. Unfortunately, it would be nice, but yeah, use it carefully and enjoy and savor it.
So here they are. How pretty do they look? They look so good. I can't wait to taste. And yeah. Okay, so now for the moment Samantha and I have been waiting for, we get to taste this yummy brownie. Samantha, can you
Great.
please?
Let's get some plates.
Gonna serve up 1 for each one because we deserve it. Don't you think so, Samantha?
Definitely.
That's for you.
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna have 1 big one for me. Let's
Thanks
go.
so much. Enjoy.
Thank you. This is really, really good. Oh
There's the
my
almond.
goodness. And the fact that it's guilt-free, like I could have 2 of this probably sneakily and still be okay.
Yes.
Better than having 2
Exactly.
regular
But you'll
brownies.
find after having 1, they're actually very filling. So you might not want to have that second one straight away.
Yeah, and the crunch from the nuts and the cereal. This is really, really good. Thank you so much for joining us. Please do be on the lookout for the next episode. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel of NMC Fund and see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye-bye.